These three ladies walking in made me think of a joke. May I tell you the joke? Three ladies haven't died together and gone to heaven. We met by St. Peter, who was only there to tell them. The only rule they had up in heaven was don't step on the ducks. He unlocked the gate, pushed it open, and lo and behold, there were ducks everywhere. It's almost impossible not to step on a duck. Well, soon enough, as soon as they get there, one lady stepped on a duck. St. Peter shows up with the most ugly man this woman has ever seen and changed his man to an eternity. The next day, another lady stepped on a duck. Again, St. Peter shows up with the most ugly man this woman has ever seen and changed his man to an eternity. The third lady, having witnessed this, decided she didn't want to suffer the same fate as these other two ladies. Decided she was going to be very careful and not step on the duck. Well, 6 months later, things were going great. She was having a wonderful time. When St. Peter shows up with the most handsome man this woman has ever seen, and changed his man to her and walked off without saying a word. Now, this lady, oh so excited about getting to spend all eternity with a tall, muscular, handsome man. Like, what did I do to deserve you? And the guy goes, I do not know, but I stepped on a duck.
Okay, so he was the one that stepped on the duck.
Huh? Well, I mean, if you're more sensitive, empathy, I guess, yeah. Then you, but you learn that though.
Right.
You learn that though. So, to me, I'm atheist, but I'm not. To me, the only way heaven and hell can work would be for it to work the same way as it does down here. Except right to the very second, 12 hours on, 12 hours off. You're 12 hours on, you get heaven however way you want it. But you're 12 hours off, you're just going to sit and see what shows up.
Right.
That's the way it is to me. So I'll try to turn it back up, try to turn it back on them.
Right.
But you think about it, heaven is basically everything we like down here, what we what makes up the difference from what happens down here. And it's really a dream, really. But I was raised Methodist in Arkansas.
Okay.
I'm
just waiting for a room to come clear, okay?
Just wait a moment longer.
Give me a few more minutes.
After my first being introduced to God, before being aware of God, as I was born in the First United Methodist Church of Preston, Arkansas, population of 1,000. I was raised by the church by the time I graduated from high school. I stepped into a head when a kid and everybody goes away. I realized it only recently, although I label myself a radical atheist, that I've always been and forever will be Methodist, no less than Jesus ever without being a Jew. That one can be both Methodist and atheist at the same time, while refusing to label himself a Christian. Now, if others want to label me a Christian based on my behavior, my opinion, my actions, all that, they're more than welcome to. But what they got to understand is halfway around the world from me, I'm Muslim extremists are going to label me as one of them, whether I prove this or not. So I feel like this gives me a right going into their churches, especially Methodist churches, that they had the first 18 years of my life, most personally here, and calling them out on their understanding of the Bible, because I can read it just as well as they can. And I'm starting to learn that the Methodist, white, the white Methodist isn't going to be forgiven for their sin. And the black young think they're going to be rewarded, and that just catches each other out. That's one of the kids.
How are you?
All right, you?
Oh, all right. How you doing?
All right.
How are your holidays?
Very nice to meet you.
Nothing happened.
Okay.
You get the report?
Nope. Haven't gotten the report yet.
So what is this coming up, this hearing, Tuesday, is just a status update hearing, or did the trial continue, or?
Has it not been continued yet? I was told that I would have it by today, but I don't have it yet. So I'm waiting to see what happens.
Don't take it so long. I've written 2 emails to, well, I don't have Dr. Flanagan's email address, but I have that letter that you handed me here that had the Mrs. Gray, Miss Gray.
I don't know what's taking so long. I said I don't know what's taking so long. Have I had him take 60 days to write a report before you?
She really didn't even finish the examination though, did she?
Yes, she did.
I thought she wasn't able to get to all of it, really, because I kept talking about all this. I wasn't about to let that opportunity for instance, psychiatry get out of here without some of my opinion.
Yes. And she, I know I had asked me for the original citations, and I sent her the original citations. I don't know why that had anything to do with anything.
These all 29 or just 11 of them?
The ones that I had in my file.
Well, I mean, I think I got the copy of the folder. Can I see the folder to see what's in it before I leave? What's in my file?
You can do.
I just want to see what's in there.
Let me make sure that there's nothing regarding witness addresses or anything like that. Okay, because I can't get those.
Well, you have those. Why would you have those in there?
Or phone numbers.
Well, witness.
From the state. Like when the state decides they're going to call a witness, I'm entitled to their contact information.
You can't tell them.
You're not entitled to their contact information. That's by state.
Well, how do we prepare for the trial without knowing who, if I don't know who the witnesses are? You can't offer my input.
I said I can give you their names. I can't give you their contacts.
Okay, but yeah. Well, yeah, I went to code enforcement. I hadn't had any much of a driver's license. So I was up on that part of town anyway. And while I was there, I went ahead and got copies. Oh, I hate my new picture. Oh, I'll get over that picture.
Okay.
That's what it looked like. But I thought I think I copied the record, but really not much in there. I mean,
no, there isn't.
They don't have my email to them that I sent to them, and you probably don't have you in.
I have quite a few of your.
It should be about that thick.
You know.
And that's before even the link to the article. If you print that out, it's thick. I got copies of all of them.
Yeah, well,
and then if you follow the link, it's even more. But
yeah. Some of that's not.
You read the last
related to what you're.
No, I think they do.
I know you do, but. As an attorney, and when it comes to what they're alleging against you, no, it's not related.
But stuff outside of this gets ordered factored into the sentencing. They use that as an opportunity.
Right now, we're beyond that.
Huh?
Right now, we're at a probation revocation.
Well, hey, because we didn't do the trial like we should have. Why was there not a demur? The judge even said it himself to the trial. You would have to be argued that 24 square feet was not enough, and that hasn't been brought forward, so it's not before the court. And why wasn't there a demur challenging that?
I don't know. That would have been a grounds for appeal that could have brought on.
Well,
Whitney.
I can't even find out what Mrs. Claudia they were.
The fact that the judge denied shut us down regarding the mental health. Said that it was too late. We couldn't bring it up. That was a reason. Whitney and I sat down and talked to you about this.
No, we did not.
We did too, and you stormed out. Yes, we did. Yes.
We did talk about the appeal.
You stormed out and said you didn't want to appeal.
You
stormed out and said you didn't want to appeal.
I wasn't asked about that until right before we walked in when we got out of jail. And then we showed up. Who was that person that stepped for you? It was
I
man.
have no idea.
And I asked Whitney what it was about. He said something about it to keep an eye on her. So I'm like, I don't know, those words, but make sure.
I have absolutely no idea.
Okay.
Okay. I wasn't there. I don't.
Well, I told him right there, no. That's when I told him, that was the first I've heard about it. And the other thing is, first thing he asked in that trial was, did I object to the 11th citation? We never discussed any of that, until right then and there.
Did you object
to the 11th citation versus the 29?
Okay.
And you that's when you stood up and.
We probably said no. We don't object to only going forward with 11.
But he said, well, that's fine. But what is defendant? He was like, he was.
Why would we object to going forward on fewer?
Because I wanted to do contest of sign.
Pardon me?
Because I wanted to do contest of sign.
But that wasn't an
But
issue.
they knew exactly. That was the one. I never once argued square footage. I never once.
But you weren't violated for content. You weren't violated.
But that's really what. But it factored into the sentencing, though. That's what they're trying to stop.
Well, now we've got some issues regarding that. Now we do.
Okay.
All right. We did not then. Okay. It wasn't on the table.
I'm doing it.
In fact, Mr. Getz made very clear that he was not. This was not about the contents of the
They
statement.
didn't want to talk about the contents of the sign. They were avoiding that.
No, because it wasn't about the contents of the
It was. It was. I mean, if nobody complained about the sign, I'm sure they wouldn't have even written it up. But I complained. Back when my neighbor moved next door to me, there were a lot of complaints about them violating the green law. I called him too. The county dismissed it from both of mine. Those two same neighbors of mine started a petition, and it's all congeniality by it. By it can be real world pernicious without being legally actionable. I don't know. That's what's all factored into that.
Okay.
I mean, it's all malarkey, the excuses they make. I made it easy. It's all malarkey, the excuses they make. Okay, if I was the detriment department, out of the three, I said a nuisance, a detriment to property value, and a hazard for being on that curve. You know, they say sharp curve. It got to bend any left, it wouldn't even be a curve. And in the afternoon, I mean, well, it's Emory University is a campus. Everything's on time. Everybody coming down that hill beats. So they're trying to, say that I make it even worse. And then you get every year there's been no accident, and I want to say, 70 gram after cease and desist order, and the judge didn't honor it. And so obviously that right there, that one of the reasons for back in justifying the code order, and he shot it down right there himself. By if it was really a hazard to general public welfare, then he could have said that I would have done it until we had the trial. But right there, he undermined that reason for the order in the first place. And then everybody thinks they're law-abiding citizens, but they can have it before signing, but they're not doing it. They don't have anything to say, And I'm the one that, and now every camper's got a letter coming to trespass want to get me for the off campus. Now, one woman can get me barred from all of the Emory property. Now I should be able to say as much as I need to on my property. There's no way I can say what I mean to say on before sign. Yeah, but that's what I've been wanting to do all along. I even told y'all. That job, if I want to try, I go, well, if I'm prevented from saying what I want to say, then it's just a waste of time. I told y'all that. And then just before the trial, you kept putting it off and off and off.
When you're not pleading guilty, there's no other choice but then to go to trial. Okay? You either plead guilty or you go to trial. And by not entering a plea of guilty, you end up
that's what Stephanie said. I told her, I'm still pleading not guilty, but I'm saying nothing. And she goes, but you requested a trial. I go, no, I said not guilty. The rest was automatic.
You're right.
Yeah.
The rest is automatic.
Yeah.
Because, and that's what happens.
And the county cannot enforce the code order consistently, then there's no business being in the business of it enforced to begin with. And that's where bias is introduced.
Okay, now.
That's where bias is. I'll buy it. And the judge himself is prejudiced.
Are you planning on speaking at your revocation?
Well, I mean, am I allowed to?
Of course you are. You were allowed to speak at your trial, but you declined.
Because Dante Mazzulli showed up that day before the trial, and he was up there filming me, and I said, when I saw that, I said, come interview me, park my board. He wouldn't do it. And then I started acting up, made me mad, and then the code enforcement showed up, and that's where he whooped down there and he started filming all of them, and that right there, I went ballistic. I went to the house, started grabbing signs, filming out of the yard, and and that's when I said to Officer Hardsworth,
when was all this?
I think it was the day before the trial, the 19th of January, 2000.
Is that what, 2000?
It was before the day before the trial. By the time that day was over, I couldn't even talk. I couldn't even talk that day. My throat was so sore from all that, yelling in the traffic. And they purposely set up a trigger. And we had 4 different news people come down and interview me. And when they found out that they're not going to get what they were expecting to get, they didn't even report it like they should have. They didn't. They just had just enough for the public to buy it, but they didn't.
But you know what? You had the opportunity to testify at trial. I remember asking you that, and you declined.
Well, that day of the trial, we didn't,
Okay.
And then the January 3rd, the status update hearing, after we found out that they were only going to prosecute 11, I thought at that point that was all we could do. And nothing was said to me that I had the option of declining to refusing that. But, and then so me and Whitney sit down in the hallway, the case reporter, I go, okay, based on all the emails that you've received from me and our meeting, who would you suggest we subpoena the witness in my defense? And this is where Whitney goes, do you have anyone who can vouch for the square footage of the sign? And I go, yes, I do. That code enforcement. So right before all these months, right before the trial, and then this when you showed up, and then I turned, and then I said, no matter what the outcome of this trial is, I'm still not guilty. And then Whitney goes, I thought you wanted a trial. I don't understand. And I looked up at you and go, why is she unable to understand this? And this is where you look down at Whitney and go, let's have a trial.
Right, because you wouldn't plead guilty. There's no other way for us to go. Okay?
And what if I plead guilty? What would the outcome have been?
The outcome would have been some sort of sentence. Probably less than what you got, quite frankly.
Yeah, but we're not even said 1 year after the way it is. So we didn't, I don't have something I need to say, and that's all I need is the opportunity to say it. And then, but what you're doing is you're maneuvering, and
because I'm not your social advocate. Okay?
Well, that's what all this is about.
But I'm not your social advocate. That's not what I am.
No, this is. I mean, you said you didn't want to treat your defense was.
If you want to address the court.
Well, it doesn't matter anyway. I'm out of money, so just sounds updated here. And I want it on the record that that there's no more money. So I will take care of all of your problem. I will increase your property value. I will increase your setting nuisance. There's no more. I mean, after 7 years of this, and one person refuses to back me up on anything. And the problem is, you usually don't back me up on anything, but you're risking the possibility of giving me credibility to everything. Y'all don't want to do that. If y'all give me credibility for anything, you're risking the possibility of giving me credibility for all of it. And it's all y'all's little lie that you're trying to hide and protect.
No, sir.
It's all your lies.
No, sir. No, sir.
And if I went up to Reverend Dr. Allen that day. First of all, it was a gathering that evening, and I had somebody in the back. She did the communion thing, and I had somebody in the back looking. There was young guys that were doing the computer and the screen and all that. And I asked them if it was okay with filming. They said yes, so I filmed it. And then afterwards, I heard them breaking the bread and all that. And then I went to her and I goes, I'm holding you responsible for the behavior of your congregation. Just before she snapped, to go, you're responsible for the consequences of your own action. And I think when she starts to walk off away from me, it caused me to have to bring on board. And I go, but you just did communion. Up next, we have retirement. So what does it mean when the master finished retired? So did Jesus retire? Did the disciples retire? No. And then I stood there waiting for. And then when I raised my voice, there were a group of people standing around and talking, and everybody kind of stopped and looked over our way, and then they went back to talking while she kept walking. And then when I waited for Reverend Huckabee to finish with this woman he was talking to, I saw her at the top of this, through the doorway at the top of the stairs, really fussing. Oh, she was pissed, and then Brent turned to me and goes, well, all right, you got 2 minutes. And I explained to her that what I just told her, that that we have probation revocation coming up. I'm comparing my probation revocation to her retirement, and my negative theology to her positive theology, and I told him, I had 6 signs. I'm allowed 4. I had 6, but 2 of them were facing the house. And the 2 that you couldn't see from the road, blank signs. One was "Truth Be God," Universal 1 and 7. Right. And the other one said, "Live Memorial, and I'm at the church. They're perfect, loving God, loving neighbor. Good Neighbor Day for Saturday after Labor Day." Well, that day that triggered it off was their Good Neighbor Day. And one of the things I yell out on the sidewalk is, one door and only one yes inside, the 2, inside and outside. Which side should you? At God's house, it's not the door being 2 ways, that's supposed to one side or the other, lock and key. God's house now becomes the middle of our street. But I'd rather not go there, good neighbor. But hey, there is a sidewalk running down my side of the street. A big, beautiful sidewalk. Come proselytize me someday, good neighbor. Let's get the money worth out of the sidewalk. Come proselytize. Give the better man or woman a chance to persuade. Come proselytize with me. And they have the opportunity to cut these things with me if they want. And I don't think it's because it's offensive, it's because I'm right. And everything I'm saying is very generic. And if God is for us, and who can be, these are things they yell out the car. Now, they yell out the car because no matter how old they are, young they are, fat they are, whatever, they can roll the windows up and keep going, whatever. But then I will admit that if somebody walking down the sidewalk, I will continue yelling the car, but I might tailor it for them to hear it. And this is what I learned from St. Francis in the Bible when he gave a sermon to the birds. Someone heard it, You might look crazy, but someone heard it. So this is my way of being the Alfred Dodger. And God's out now in the middle of our street. But I go there, I do roadkill. And sometimes I sing the song, Jesus loved me still, though I'm very weak and the old flame is shining. So I don't know, I come to watch me where I lie. And then I'm doing really stupid. And then I started doing silence. Come out of it. I'm doing really stupid. And I'm doing it on purpose. I had bunny ears and all that. And I'm going, silence, come out of them, And then one cracked him in the fucker of Jesus Nazareth certainly knew a trigger when he saw one. No wonder so many masters affinities around here with 2nd degrees in human psychology. No wonder. But don't go tell anyone. We certainly don't want to go mix them with their treasures in heaven, do we? Their healthcare pension plan, do we? But don't go tell anyone. They might as well bring down them crosses and be suffering their offerings and golden calf pinatas instead. They may not like burden for pinata, but they're definitely getting the candy back. And then the story of a miracle baby T-Bone and that of our Reverend Dr. Allen Rogers' virginity. Too bad they ain't Catholic. He would have made a great priest. So they're giving me the material. I'm not asking for it. They're giving it to me. And all they had to do was talk and let give the other man one chance to persuade. So the real crime to me is them, everybody else. You know, everything I have to say is true, even if it's just my opinion, it's true. But then I'm giving you the opportunity to debate it with me and change my mind. But no, y'all don't want to do that. Y'all just don't want to hear what I have to say. And there's no point in me sticking around. There's no point in me sticking around. I'm going to help. I will solve all of your problems, save you money from the court hearings and everything. But I want that mentioned in the trial.
This is a probation revocation hearing.
Oh.
You're saying it's a trial.
Well, okay, I know it's over with. So we lost our opportunities even harder at that point. I mean, actually, I had to get past your judgment first before I even had a chat with the judge, and I never got past your judgment. That's true. I never got past your judgment. Yeah. You were never my lawyer. I even mentioned the Twinkie defense. And you said, you knew what the Twinkie defense was. I go, but I was quoting Kaylee. I know what the Twinkie defense. What does it mean? What are we supposed to learn from that? The Twinkie defense.
Twinkie defense is, what do we learn?
What are we supposed to learn from that?
It is thinking outside the box.
I was quoting Kaylee. Look up, pull up Twinkie defense. I want you to quote Kaylee.
I do know what the Twinkie defense is.
Well, what did Kaylee have to say about it?
That I don't know exactly what
it was one of the few times that he sided with the liberal. In a 5-4, it was one of the few times that he sided.
Okay, I have not read what he had said. I don't.
It had to do with a competent lawyer versus a lawyer of short.
Okay, and what does he say?
And basically, a competent lawyer would be like you guys, just know the routine. That's it. You just make it easy for the judge. Get it to you're just supposed to get through that fast. And then most likely, most of it won't appeal. We don't have the opportunity to appeal. We don't have the ability to appeal. We just don't have a surplus in life. And it's not that we don't have good reason to appeal. And then a lawyer short would be somebody like a lawyer short.
A choice?
Short, yeah. Would be somebody. He said a competent lawyer wouldn't be able to come up with a Twinkie defense. All you had to do was really throw yourself into your client's behalf and come up with something that said, okay. First of all, that was a gay man. That was the conservative guy that murdered a gay man, mayor. Okay. So you already had general public against the gay guy to begin with already.
Okay.
And then all you had to do was just to convince enough, give the jury a reason to give manslaughter. That's all they had to do. You had to find it. You had to make the effort to find it. It was at the trial. All we had to get past is the judge's bow tie. He's still a nerd. And all we had to do was make a sound argument and we could have won.
Okay.
But you made no effort. You made no effort. You wouldn't hear anything I had to say.
I heard everything that you have to say.
and you won't go. You won't work with me on it. You kept saying that they've already been. He said so. He said so in the trial. You would have to be argued that 24 square feet. We had the opportunity to do that. We didn't do it. But I never could get y'all to the foothold. Y'all to even try to listen to what I'm saying. And that's where my First Amendment right to freedom of speech comes in. If you want to hear what I'm saying, I should be able to say it to be as loud as I want to on my property.
No one said anything about how loud you were. What they were talking about was sign ordinances.
Okay, what was the new stuff you want to talk about? You said there was some new stuff.
No, I wanted to talk to you about the revocation and how we were proceeding.
It's like there was some more stuff in there. I've been really racking it up. It's my behavior that they're really using all this other stuff for.
Pardon me?
It's my behavior on the sidewalk, which is not illegal, that they're using all this other stuff for.
Well, and I have a problem with some of that because of the fact that when I look at the code sections and how the code section is written, it talks about not being,
You can find code violations all through the neighborhood, but they won't enforce them.
Have you finished listening to me talk yet?
Just go ahead.
One of the things that they're talking about as far as you creating a dangerous condition, the thing about the code for DeKalb County, there's no definition of dangerous condition. Now, it's my understanding that you have not been cited for anything along those lines. You have not been cited.
I have not really any citation.
You have? You what? Haven't gotten any new citations?
I haven't gotten any citation.
You've never gotten a disorderly conduct or anything like that?
I never what?
Disorderly conduct citation.
Not yet, no. Okay. I mean, they come out there, the cops come out there all the time. And I tell them we're in court to dealing with it right now. But I have not gotten it.
Because the thing is, the whole endangering public safety, and that's one of the reasons where they're trying to violate you, is they say that what you're doing is endangering public safety.
The threat was translated into physical harm, yeah.
Huh?
Informal threats translated into physical harm. I can just them out.
Okay, Right, but I mean, there haven't been any accidents.
No, I have not.
There haven't been any people swerving off the roads. You haven't been cited for any sort of.
People are throwing eggs in my house. You should see all the eggs on the top of my house, and trash throwing in my yard. People, all the fuck you people, I'm the one that,
Right. And no, but I'm just saying, as far as things that you can actually measure and that you can actually see to be used against you, none of that has happened.
No, I haven't written that.
And those are some of the questions that I have for the people who they're going to try to put up members of the community to testify against you.
And we should be able to bring up shit against them. Like how the county did regarding my complaints about the violation of the code law. Now they think they have the code, the green law, but what to stop them from probably green law from losing up property value again? That's what it is. I agree.
And I'm not sure who exactly from the community they're going to put up, because for probation revocations, they don't always have to give me an exact list. They've given me a couple people, all right? And the people, where did I just put that?
Oh, by the way, I put my, even though I reviewed my release to you guys when I was in Volunteer Committee recently, I have all my medical records up to the internet, including the positive drug test. But they have that.
No, I've never gotten a positive drug test.
Well, I got it on the internet. They can find it. I guarantee they know where they have it now.
Is it?
It's from the DeKalb and the blood work. I've always been honest about my drug addiction from the very start when I did my own intervention. And I'm not talking now. I just want to be in trouble with that information, not them think they got me on a technicality.
But it's not a technicality. They violated you for that. I can't keep your statements out.
I got to do it because I'm out. Now I just need to everybody else do the same thing, but they won't do it.
What? Do what?
Truth be God, just get a non-criminal fact-finding hearing Justin. That's what I really need.
But a non-criminal fact-finding hearing about what?
Well, maybe it's their behavior that set it off my trigger for what I'm doing.
But they're not on trial here. They're not being charged with anything. And whether or
the law that's written to favor the caution and who that by the law don't have an
whether or not you view them as a trigger, that does not absolve you from drug use when it comes to a revocation, because they're not violating the law with doing drugs.
I've been very upfront about that, and that was one thing they did not check off on that, the regular drug testing, because they knew they could use it later, and it's all them. It's all manipulation. That's all it is. It's not fair. It's not being fair at all. I'm here impaired. I'm single. I'm gay. I'm here because I'm gay. But because of my conservative background in Arkansas, I'm here. I'm not there because I'm gay.
You're in Georgia because you're gay.
Well, I think it's a choice, but no, gay people don't.
No. I'm not saying. I'm saying you're here in Georgia.
I don't know. I don't live in Georgia. Just Metro Atlanta. That's a big difference.
All right.
I learned that from my sister.
You live where you do because you're gay. You chose to live there.
I chose to live in a gay ghetto. A gay ghetto. Midtown is known as the gay ghetto, where we feel comfortable. Although it has a negative.
Live in Midtown now.
Well, Decatur is considered the lesbian area. It's called Decatur, Georgia. That's where all the lesbians live.
I'm well aware of what it's.
Okay, so this is considered so this is like New York, Village, this area where we math and numbers. We just call it refer to the gay ghetto. It has a negative sound, but it's not necessarily negative. But that's what we call it. That's where I feel comfortable. And in the community, outside the perimeter, I know to behave differently. But here, there's the tolerance that I got addicted to drugs. And I'm not blaming anybody for my drug addiction, but I certainly didn't get here by myself. Now, if I came like when Bush, the younger Bush was president, he had the No Child Left Behind. Well, when Bush second one. No child. Now I'll probably find that No Child Left Behind sounded perfect to me. So what resulted from that may have been imperfect, but to me it's not. You just get rid of it. You work with it until you get it right. Well, if I can do that with them, I expect them to do that with me. But that's not the way it works. And the green law. Not from what about from green law? Green laws have to do with your children's generation. Future. Their future I'm looking after, but nobody gives me any credibility for that. If God is for it, then who can be against it? Well, God can. I'm turning it down, for God help those who help themselves. Take the use of my pronouns, sweetheart. As a neighborhood I want to believe I live in, it sends halfway around the world in all four directions. The same point is, you can't get any bigger neighborhood than that. So I'm the one that's making the effort, being. So A truly virtuous man would come to the aid of a distant stranger just as quickly as you would that of a close friend. Then again, a truly virtuous man would have no friend. Well, I decided, what would it take to, I thought of Jesus when I heard that. So I decided, what would it take to be the fairest one of them all today? And then I decided, one man be willing and one is able to please them all. That being what it would take this day and age fair to them all. And I think I've done very well to please them all. So basically what I do is I introduce myself to people about what they're not going to like, what I think they, what interviews tell me they're not going to like about me most, and then they think they're going to get better from there. But no, they don't want to know that. You know, if I'm not, I can back gay people. I can back gay people when they're not married, but they won't back me up. If women worldwide still only let the women sit in private property, there is some justification for being against same-sex marriage. Someone has to take care of our women, but you have to forget how we're around the world. Most women, have no place in politics or marriage, and so I'm thinking. I even said this to Jill. If I'm going to be the progressive, I want to believe I am. I'm going to have to take into consideration the concerns of our Muslim women as well. And this is where Reverend Jill goes, "Wow, that's a money for a plate." And I go, "I was going to ask you to marry me." And they said, "Well, that would just make my day." And then I walked off. I don't even know if that plate included all Muslim women or just those here in the United States. What would be the concerns of our Muslim women? How about ISIS? Somebody with their mothers, someone with their wives, someone with their daughters. So how about them? That would be the concerns. And I feel that our actions here are indifferently responsible for their behavior over there. It's a trigger. So if I can think like that, why can't y'all? But no, if you give me credibility, anything you give me credibility, you risk some credibility for all of it. I just can't handle that. I just can't.
The people that they have on their witness list. Charles Bliss.
He's the neighbor that uses Green Acre faggot. One thing that yell out to about one thing that yell out about the traffic is, let's play Jeopardy, neighbor. Let's play Jeopardy. It's Charlie money. You can spend it however you want. Our trees are dangerous. He almost died because of one. Personally, I do consider our trees to be fag and neighbors. Maybe one day even one of yours. Except for the one having met Charlie.
So is Charlie Bliss the one who cut down all the trees?
He's the one that cut down all the trees. He's the one that, him and Bobby. Bobby's the one that started the petition. Now the gallery is the petition. And most people in the county don't
even... Is that Bobby?
Bobby was he's the Iranian descent. I don't know how far, but he's the Iranian descent. I don't know how, Bobby, B-O-B-U-Y. But he's 20 years younger than Charlie. Well, I met Bobby for...
Are they lovers?
I don't know if I haven't seen Bobby in a long time, but they're still listed as co-owners on the house. But I haven't seen Bobby in a long time. I haven't seen him in a long time. So I don't know if they're still living there or not together. But I called him Bobby. That's all Charlie. It's Bobby when I first met. Well, Charlie, money you spend it however you want. So I found out 20 years younger than I really percent. It became useless Green Acre faggot. Because an ultra green lawn.
Became what?
They cut down all trees and put an ultra high maintenance green lawn.
Okay.
And I called him his Iranian, Uranian enrichment concubine. I suppose his Iranian kinfolk and Charlotte's Iranian in-laws can say the same thing about their uranium enrichment program. It's their money, they can spend it however they want. So where's my right to decide that my money and I have a right to spend it however I want? That's the problem with conservatives. They're hypocrites. And also gay. They had a Ron Paul sign in the yard during the Republican primary, and two of them became McCain and Sarah Palin, and then it disappeared. They haven't done the yard since. But they were, I asked Charlie the first day I met him, am I correct believing you to be a libertarian? No, I'm a Democrat. Why would he say that when they had a Ron Paul sign in the yard? Because the gay community at large considered Republican and libertarian traitors. They're not taken very well in the gay community. So he's a liar. I figured him out very quickly. With Charlie, the end justifies the mean. He'll do whatever it takes to get what he wants. And it was all about increasing my property value. Nobody asked to increase the property. I didn't object to increasing property value. I objected to cut down all the trees. And where did that, if property value, where was that leaving the long run with property value? Green laws always doing nothing. Green law. I have yet to have the county give me any credibility to have a right to be angry about that. Nobody can be, even though everybody was angry in the neighborhood at the beginning, 10 years later they forget about all that. All they see is something they don't like about me, and they side with it. It's all about anything my enemy be my friend. That's what I'm proving just how corrupt that neighborhood is. I had the four signs with the felt people holding their two signs. And I had an old man stop. What you do with those people, I do not care. That's your business. But why drag the Jews into that? What do Jews have to do in the thing? And I go, those signs are their opinion. those signs are my attempt trying to show you the difference between their signs and my signs. This is where I had to go out in the traffic. He wouldn't go on my driveway, so I had to go out on the road to talk to him. And then this is where he yelled at me at the same time to move it. And then I didn't know what he said. And then I yelled at him, it's not your land. You might as well shove that salt up your shoulder and ass, because he didn't use the ability to give the opportunity to counterpoint him. I had no idea what he said. And then I had to, one day I had a bunch of signs out there, and a couple of ladies come down the sidewalk when I was fan dancing, and I saw them, the minute they were talking, just chatting away. I didn't recognize them, but I assumed I thought they were Jews, but I didn't know. And they were chatting, and then they came to my property, and then when they got right in front of one particular sign, they slowed down, just kind of like that, then they moved it back. And then when they got down to me, this is where I stopped and I go, those signs are my attempt trying to show you the difference between their sign and my sign. And for example, this sign right here. And I have, everyone needs a shirt. That's carpool. And only brought you to build my shirt. We already are carpooling. We're following the based on a big old rock. We don't need a carpool. And I explained to them, and she goes, and the one lady goes, one sign up there was really offensive. And I go, oh, really? Which one? And she goes, the one that says God hates Jews. And I go, well, what about that one, the one that says God hates fags? It's possibly both, So I'm able to trip everybody up on all that. And nobody would give me any credibility. And I go, I've lived here in this neighborhood too long. I've been doing this way too long for anyone in this neighborhood not already knowing that I'm gay. They didn't know I'm gay.
No,
so,
a lot of people don't.
Yeah, I'm on the sidewalk. They can get to know me, but they just don't want to. And so nobody can back me up on it. I'm the one that's thinking all of it. I'm the only one that's thinking it, all of it. And I'm trying to make and the first step to solving our problem today would be should be the non-criminal fact-finding here in Justice. If somebody wants something they want to say to you.
Outside of my preview.
I know, but you can at least get it mentioned in the trial.
I have said this so many times. I have said it to the judge. I have said it to the prosecutor. I have tried going through some back channels.
I want it on the record.
Let me
for the public to read.
I have tried going through back channels to see if I could get people with the Glen Memorial Church to talk to you. And I have not been able to get anyone.
You should read the complaint. That was all pernicious prevarication that she wrote. I mean, you might as well have an incident report for every person I spoke to in that church. And she said that I cornered a kid. Right after the service was over, I was in the back because I got a little late. I was just filming communion. And then when there was some teenagers back there, and there was a girl bigger than me. She wore glasses, kind of homely, but she was bigger than me. And I asked her, what does communion mean to you? And then she kind of got caught her off guard. And I didn't corner her. And then she started saying something, I couldn't hear her. And I go, I'll just speak to the adult. That's all. And she said, I cornered him. And that lesbian, and she had no children. And she's a virgin. I asked her if she, I thought she was lesbian. She looked like a lesbian. She smelled like a lesbian. She tasted like a lesbian. Far from that concerned, she is a lesbian to prove otherwise. And so she had no children. I have no children. After she partnered, Dr. Alex Rogers, senior pastor. She never been married. She doesn't have a partner. Do you want a boyfriend? And she devoted her life. Her parents were pastors. She devoted her life to Jesus. So, as far as I'm concerned, she's a virgin. So that's where I came up with the story of a miracle baby Tebow and that of a Reverend Dr. Alex Rogers. Too bad they ain't Catholic. He would have made a great priest. Now, when does football and baseball? Okay, what the lesson need to be learned from watching a miracle baby Tebow play football? One team wins. What the lesson need to be learned from watching a miracle baby Tebow play baseball? Still, only one team wins. When did the game of baseball and football ever stop being just a game and becoming work ethic? I will have to say that to our Tebow's defense. After having met Reverend Dr. Alex Rogers, at least he got work ethic. She doesn't have anything. She got a dream retirement home in St. Simon Island she's looking forward to. They got flooded in the Hurricane Irma, but she got a dream retirement home. That's their treasures in heaven. And what does it mean when you retire? Communion, and if you look at Hosea 6:9, it's exactly what it's talking about. I have a right to hold her responsible for the behavior of the congregation and vice versa. So it's nothing but a money laundering scheme. That's all it is. They might as well bring down some crosses and stuff for their offerings into a golden calf pinata instead. They may not like burden for the pinata, but they're never getting the candy back. Right. Everything I'm going to say is true. They just can't. It doesn't have to be that harsh. But if they're not going to allow me an opportunity to say what I want to talk about, then I'm allowed these short opportunities. And if I'm going to get one opportunity to say anything, I'm going to go for the offensive.
Okay, but let me just play devil's advocate. Why do they have to give you the opportunity to talk?
That's first 18 years of my life, the most important years of my life. Did my mother fault me taking me to church, or did they fault her, or did they fail her?
No, you didn't answer my question. Why do they have to let you talk? Why do they have to listen to you?
That's what I said, Reverend Brent.
They're private
Okay,
individuals.
they put a lot of money on asset rooms in the church, the ramp and all that, and the bathrooms, put a lot of money into that. Okay, they get a few more people in the churches. I said to him, how do we get you guys out of these churches and onto the sidewalk, hearing what we have to say? So that's where the real crime is. That's where the true crime. I wanted to participate in a small book study class, waking up white American, finding yourself in Story Ray. Well, she wrote back to me and said it was a small class, it was already full, I don't believe that. And then she doubted my sincerity anyway. And this is where I told her about not allowing me that class. I mean, then it's not an open, everybody's walking an open discussion. Well, by not allowing me, it's not open and not everybody's welcome. And then I go, as far as everything the rest of you have to say, what am I supposed to be witnessing that should inspire me toward faith in God? It's an attempt to make that church, it's a very small attempt. Okay, and after that church shooting in Charleston, South Carolina, they hardly gave it any lip service. And those are things I want to talk about, but they don't want to admit, like I'm from Arkansas, I'm a parent, my mother Methodist. They don't care how educated black men is, still a nigger. And that's what they are like 6 days a week. And we're talking about Obama. So that's what the Methodists are like 6 days a week. So they have the little thing in churches where they can kind of like pitch in on it. It's beginning for the stand on the sheep, but not enough. So it makes them feel good, or not feel so bad, but they're really just perpetuating the problem. I want to talk. I said this to John, to moderate the Sunday morning classes. We have a Black Lives Matter problem. They are becoming impatient. We cannot continue doing things the way we've always been doing it. Methodists don't pick up fight really. They don't pick up any cause until it's really, really safe, and everybody else has done all the work. Okay. That's what Methodists are all about. And since I had the first 18 years of my life, the most impressive years of my life, I feel like going to the churches and calling them out on the understanding the Bible. If they're going to fault me in any way as they're going to accept some responsibility for failing as a child. They're going to fault me in any way as the adult I am now. They had the first 18 years of my life, most impressive. And for them to shun me, then that's living a lie. That's just a lie. And that's what the true crime is. And that's what the liberal church. And so what I'm learning about a liberal, okay, if there's a line that can be reached where even, and this is what all of y'all are doing, is there's a line that can be reached where even our liberals and progressives will resort to manipulation and deception, pernicious and prevarication, looking the other way, refuse the knowledge, and the ignorant. Then I don't care how far apart these lines are that relate to the difference of our liberals and our conservatives. In the end, after all is said and done, the liberals and progressives are no less different or no more moral than the conservative. Hypocrite. And that's how you get around that, by having a non-criminal fact-finding hearing justice, and you let the other, you hear what the other person wants to tell you, and then you let your conscience be your guide. So it's a form of cognitive dissonance reduction, what they're doing, to avoid anything that causes conflict with them, and that's the root cause of a problem. Mm-hmm. I mean, you read that Latin email I sent you about the sentence of Willie F. The Simpson Willie F. You read that last email I sent you?
I read some of it.
Okay, well, you remember me telling you how the blog books I tend to change after I start talking about my opinions of them? Okay. Well, that I linked to it from I discovered about research of Whitney Gibb. And this is the David Abbott, Abbott Law Firm up in Henry County. Okay. He doesn't mind. He talked really tough, and he doesn't mind embarrassing officers who put it in the front. Well, he's no longer a citizen. He's removed. He's gone. And so, good thing I copied it. I put it back up on my blog. I posted it, and then I asked him, what's the difference between the 5 years that the prosecution was acting and the 1 year that the judge ended up giving Willie F. And I go, from what I'm able to witness, based on the DeKalb County Jail and their mental health services, how about 1 felony versus 5? You're not really doing anything. You're not really addressing the problem. And should someone have now that the judge bragged, you have to read it. The judge bragged about himself in the court hearing. He said John's a Democrat. He's trying to make himself sound. It's what he's proud of. The judge is, and then the lawyer that wrote the blog article, he's kicking up with the judge. He's not going to say anything bad about the judge, but he had plenty to say about Whitney and the prosecution attorney. So he's being a second-hand driver. And And I go, should someone have brought to our attention as a judge that we now have 4 years, times $18,000 per inmate per year, free to put for programs that truly do reduce recidivism, or get to the root causes or apply to the root causes of our crime. In other words, stop the crime before they happen. We'll put you guys out of a job, you know.
Oh, it would be wonderful.
But we you have to take the call. That's one call you can back me up on. Pull it up, read it.
Which?
And put it in my blog. Your email on my blog. Get my blog now. No, you get in the email. You got a copy
I
of
thought
it.
this was on.
And then we posted that article. It's going to take you a while to read all of that, but I want to show you the one little picture I posted attached to it. It had to do with David Abbott.
Hold on, I gotta.
You go to the blog.
I can't go on. I mean, I gotta read. Tell you.
And you went on through the trial, we went through all that thing, your part of the trial. And then when you go, do we have a hearing device from Mr. Avery? And you go, what? That should be, you know. The judge, the reason why we did first place was the judge's idea that we moved to the state court for the hearing. And he's oblivious to the fact that, and then he goes, then there's the thing with the judge and the deputy. We need to require, and the deputy goes, well, do we have it? And the judge goes, yes, we do. And they had to, I don't know where to get it, you know, there's all that. And then the judge said, well, we're going to take a break until we get the technology able to assist in the defendant. Mm-hmm. And then he proceeds right on to the trial where we can have it. He kept on going before I even had to invite. He kept on going until we got it all straightened out. So I was all left out. Actually, I caught most of it, but he doesn't know that. And at one point I got to the place where I was sitting on my ear and slammed on top of the table, and the judge started getting ready to monitor me on that. And I go, I'm the one who's being patient here. Trust me. And the judge went, but she didn't even get that down in the case report. She put it in
what's your blog? I can't get on here. What's your blog website?
www.minusflesh.
Mine what?
Minusflesh equals. This is all letters. Minusflesh equals water and spirits. .blogspot.
Wait a minute. What?
.com.
What?
.blogspot. FBLOGFPOT.com.
Yeah, let's see if I can get this or whether or not I've done it.
That's my blog, and then you go to on the side of it.
This is how it comes up.
You have to go down to the part that says open. It says has to do with the revocation law for the public defender, petition for revocation, probation revocation. Oh, just go down to the first article. I think it'll be there.
It only gives me so much on here.
I don't know what comes up with the whole thing. You go down to the first one.
I'm not getting a whole lot on.
Okay, and then you go down to the bottom of the first article.
The first article is
click around there.
here.
I can't see that. Okay, there we go. Go down to the picture. Okay, click on that out there. That's David Abbott. Tell me what you think about that.
Okay, no, I was looking for.
This is the guy that wrote that blog article and then we moved it. I reached out to him to his website and wondered why he moved it. I haven't heard back from him.
Yes.
Your appointment's here.
Thanks.
You're
Okay,
welcome.
well, we're done.
Yeah, let me find this one thing real quick.
So the coming Tuesday, it won't be the end of it, right?
Where's? I don't know. I don't know the answer. Where is the drug test? That's what I want.
Oh, you have to go to the top. Yeah, but that one you see what he's bragging about, that lawyer.
Yeah.
And,
Where would it be?
okay, you have to on the right side. There's all. Go down to
There's nothing.
DeKalb Crisis Center.
Yeah, I can't. That's not pulling up on the iPhone. See, this is what's pulling up on the iPhone. Attachment.
That's what I copied of the article. I copied it.
Sentencing, simply Jim. Okay, tell me what's going on about the money situation while I'm trying to find
But
this. I might have to find it on my,
It's a legend over there, and you'll see it.
yeah, but see, there's nothing.
It's broken up, the contract is broken up into, the first time I admitted back in July.
Drought, tragic visit?
That's the name of the blog, that's the name of the blog. Okay, yeah, that's it, go down. You're in the right place, go down, put it down. It should be toward the bottom. That's like that.
CSB?
November, that would be the most recent one, yeah. So these are pictures, you have to do this, not,
I want it open.
that's the one.
I don't know why it's not opening. Oh, wait, maybe is that it? Appointment. No, that's not it.
But it's broken up, and it'll be the one, November the 7th to the 14th. The other thing that the positive drug test is, they both a little cup in the, but I reviewed to have that relief while I was there, but did you ever get subpoena the record from the alternative court service?
I did, but I haven't had a court date. And
Can I get a copy of that?
I don't have the records yet. Hopefully they'll bring them to the court on. Yeah. Okay.
You know, the judge, I mean, the way that's set up, there was no way he could know what the best way to treat it. He was going to print out just a computer generated copy. And the judge already knows what he wants to do. He just needed to make it look official.
Okay.
It's all scanned, all good. But I'm down like $600.
And
My sister offered to give me $100 for the bill, but I told her I declined it. I'm not going to step into that money. Not told her to give me proof they heard anything.
what?
And I told them that so they actually, I mean, they're not hearing anything, but they won't hear anything from me. To them, it's just a drug addiction first, and then if I get rid of that, then we'll see what happens. But I already, you know, I'm not going back in veterinary medicine. I would just, if the drug addiction problem, then I will take care of that for you. That's one less incentive for a drug dealer too. But everything I was able to get in from the, so I'm sure they have it. The prosecutor,
I'm not sure. I'm trying to go through page by page.
you got to get on the lab work. That's where you find it quickest to get on the lab work. It'll look like lab work.
It did look like lab work, but I didn't. The one I was looking at, I didn't see.
I don't know how to put them up from a blog PDA style. That's the only way I've been able to figure out how to do it. And there's nothing in there about me not eating. There's nothing in there. Nothing in there about me not eating. For 3 days, I didn't eat anything. There's nothing in there about that. It makes them look like they're doing something, but they did absolutely nothing while I was there. I think they make them of that just to fit what they want to already believe.
Can you do me a favor?
What?
Scroll through this and find the page.
For the blood work? Okay, yeah.
I start at the bottom.
Start at the bottom?
Well, that's the bottom.
More than that.
Okay.
So I'll just go down. So there's one positive right here. I'm sure that's one of them. That's there. That's a cut. And then about that should be the blood work.
Yeah, but it doesn't tell me anything.
But it makes you have a little line, and I think it's the line missing, then like a positive test. Because the testing for several drugs. But then you can go up to the lab work and then it'll say...
Positive, negative. See, this is what that shows.
Okay, yeah, that shows you, I mean, if it's line missing, then it's positive. Then about that, the record about that one was lab work, I think. They actually did the measurement of it. Of course, I never denied it. They did absolutely nothing but.
No, I mean, you've got a bunch of negatives for various things.
But they did actually on a broad level. They did, yeah, well.
Let's see, and then I have.
If you don't look at it.
I couldn't figure it out.
But it's there. It's positive. I mean, I'll never deny that it would be. I'm not. I could. And so when I went to the DAC, the DAC, and they started doing another blood test again, and I was like, why? You already know it's positive. And it was just all routine. And I go, I can tell you positive now that I need to do it. So they weren't. They're just automatic like robots over there. It looked like you're doing something, but you're not.
All right, I'll have to.
But this is Dr. Johnson. We don't need universal health care. When they get it for free, then why they have insurance and lose it. And so it
So who? Because we've got to wind this up. Okay, so we've been talking for about an hour now. Who is it? I have subpoenaed the people from AACS, and I have subpoenaed.
He showed up at that trial.
I had subpoenaed Carol Pitts.
Can I get a copy of the email that he sent the probation supervisor David? I would like to see that email that he sent probation right after that. I had that appointment with him. And then we had the next couple months here, and then Dr. David mentioned that he got an email from him.
I don't have that. I've never had that.
Okay.
They never sent that to me.
Okay, he said he would send it to you. Okay.
But he has never done that.
Can you get him? Reach out to him. And get
I cannot force him to give that to me. No.
But that's evident. While I was there, I go, can you at least call? He wanted me to leave, and I go, can you at least call my probation supervisor? And he goes, no. He refused to do it while I was there. I thought he wasn't going to do anything. Then turned right around and sent an email.
Right.
He's looking at himself. And if you go look at you look him up on the internet, he got on the picture where he feels good about it. You have to look it up, but he's obviously he's a businessman. He's making money. He's got an ego. He's got it, and he's flaunting at it. But does he really have? But all he's done is you found a niche where he can provide justice with something that make it look like they're doing something like they're student professional, but they're not. And then if you go on the line and say that if you participate in your shorts of your treatment, then you're more likely to see. Well, that's what I want. That's what they're not allowed me to do. I want to go to care and counseling in Georgia, which is supposed to be the business, but they won't do it. Because all they're doing is looking after it's something else like Let's play Jeopardy, your neighbor. Let's play Jeopardy and have the news on that. Don't call them on first at least. Don't call them on first at least. I've read that what is Glen Memorial's Healing Heart. Glen Memorial's Healing Heart is a Greek support for parents and all children with drug overdoses first. They have that. You have all kinds of counseling sessions there at Glen Memorial put up with the Care Center. Georgia Counseling, and you can also apply for addiction. You can get they have a fund at Glen Memorial where you can have your session rate reduced from 150 down to like low $20 a session. You can apply for that. Mm-hmm. So who is it that gets to apply for these? And then I do that for a little while, and they go, lucky you, don't get the discount, keep on the Care Center in Georgia. Lucky you. They work hard for that money there to keep it. Why hell, they share it with the government. It's the money they work for, put it in fund, charity, and then they turn back around and pay back to finish with that. So it's nothing but a scam. They benefit themselves and not the public at large. If they're looking after their own, that's all they're doing. There's manipulation, deception, eliminating consent. Okay. That's all it is.
All right. So.
Well, that's what they're afraid of.
Who else? Was there anyone else that you wanted me to consider?
Oh, there's a lot of people. I want Howard Rogers. I want Beth. I want Joshua Doblet. I want all of them to be there because there's a trigger for a lot of the content that was signed. That's the other. So.
The point is, it's not what your triggers are. All right? That's not what the criminal case is about.
I know that. That's lawyers and manipulation.
No, it's not.
That is.
Okay.
That's hard to do the right thing. There's one thing I'm concerned about. It is not me as it relates to the inappropriate signage at 1840 Main Mill Road and the defendant's behavior. It is not me who's not doing the right thing.
Okay.
It is not me who's doing the right thing.
Okay.
So here at the county, 80% they voted for Hillary Clinton. And if this is the best they can do, then they have no right to complain about Trump. They have a right to do whatever they want to do. If DeKalb County can justify how they're behaving, then you have no right to be critical of Trump. They have every right to look after their interests. They want their way. It's no different. It's no different. You want to think you're morally correct by taking steps in the right direction, but if that's as far as it's going to go, then you're no different, none less different or more moral than they are. You're kind of the same cloth. That's all it is. So that's why we continue to have problems. And you have the Commission of Conservative Citizens website set up to trigger another church shooting. Nobody wants to talk about that. They just want to talk about the defendant. They want to make them their own sign. My mother always said every neighborhood needs a flash of color to supply the eye. Just think about my yard as a flash of color to supply the eye. Okay, we're done? You got somebody else here.
I'm going to go through those when I can get upstairs on my real computer and see what I can find. Okay? All right?
We're done, right?
Yeah, we're
done. Every day.
You too.
By the way, parking lot went up to 15. Yeah, 15.